Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are having a look at the new patch update for the Universe Sim. This is the final one, okay? Very exciting news. Let's get straight into it. At the moment, we are relieved to say that we are at the finishing line. We just finished with 4 main events that will lead to the ending of the game. We are left with the task of balancing a portion of these events as well as the main event taking place on another planet. After that, we will enter a polishing stage, which will involve work such as fixing bugs, visual issues, localization issues, gameplay issues, and balancing tweaks. This is the final update before we go live with 1.0. Oh my lord. It is hard to believe that we are almost there. It was an amazing time, and we are happy to see everyone who stayed with us through the years and helped us grow once again. Thank you. That is exciting. So hopefully not too far away from that happening. Now, let's talk a little bit about this update. This update brings some of the most requested content to the Universe Sim. More military and combat. We reworked our exile system in order to support the combat, along with our flying unit system. It was a large scope addition and it took a bit longer than we expected, but it is finally here. You are now able to build your military nuggets alongside tanks and helicopters. Exiles will do the same. Make sure you are staying on their good side. Not feeling friendly? Destroy the exiles before they can get a chance to build and expand their forces. It's up to you. This update also introduces new buildings to support new units along with bug fixes and some improvement. I can tell you right now that these exiles expand their military extremely quickly. So be very aware of that. Alright, let's have a look at some of these new buildings. The tank hangar and the heliport. Bloody beautiful. The top one's a heliport. Bottom one is a tank. Both buildings will help Nuggets to start the mass production of tanks and helicopters, respectively. Each building is able to contain a maximum of 5 units. More units can be built with the addition of extra hangars and heliports. You will be able to build up to 5 buildings, totaling the amount of tanks and helicopters to 25 each. Fantastic. Then we have the bomber building. So if you're not aware, you get soldiers, and then you can have they're grenadiers really. They're really grenadiers, but we call them bombers here. Bombers have received their own building. Each bomber building can contain up to 5 bombers, similar to the hangar and heliport. Previously, bombers were unlocked with regular soldier nuggets. This time around, they were moved towards the modern age and will be unlocked along with the modern age upgrade for the soldiers. Fantastic. And then here we go, we've got the combat system. We've also got some imagery of the helicopters and the tanks. Now, this is pretty important if you want to know how the combat's going to happen and what's good against other vehicles and stuff. So anyway, overall, the combat system works similarly to rock, paper, scissors approach. Tanks are quite strong against soldiers and buildings, with their main power being the destruction of ground units. Helicopters, on the other hand, deal a great amount of damage to tanks and other helicopters, but tend to be weaker against soldiers. Soldiers can easily eliminate a squad of helicopters, therefore punishing forces that have a limited amount of heavy military vehicles. I still got to check this out because I can't be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure when I sent soldiers to attack the helicopters, they absolutely obliterated them. So I do need to check that out. And then we have a new UI panel for the barracks. Along with a new addition to combat, we also reworked the entire panel. Now every military building can be placed within one panel, eliminating the tedious process of adding a new building via the construction panel. Along with this newfound functionality, you'll be able to see all exiles on a radar, their creator, and their military power. Through this panel, it is also possible to send all units from the barracks, hangars, and heliports to attack, or send only a single squad to be selected for the attack. And then we've got some improvements here. I technically don't use this. I usually just upgrade the buildings as I see them on the planet. But if you do it this way, this is pretty interesting. So, it looks like the button for upgrading all buildings in the building panel just got a brain transplant. Now, it not only tells you how many resources you'll need for the upgrade, which is handy, but it also serves as a warning system to prevent any unintended consequences. For example, if you try to upgrade water pumps all at once, it will alert you if it will cause a shortage of water. If you try to upgrade all power generators, it will warn you if it will lead to an electricity blackout. That's pretty handy. Talk about a smart button, but I guess that's what happens when you upgrade your brain. Yes, very fancy. And then some other improvements are the research panel receives some restructuring, making it more versatile during the modern age, providing earlier unlocking to some perks. Health bar indicator for an animal. Now when the animal is being attacked, you will see a health bar above it indicating how much health it has left. That's pretty good. Tooltip for the minister. Each tooltip displays a list of buildings that particular minister is responsible for. I've been bagging on for this for ages, so that's great that that's finally in there. Hunted animals will now have an icon above it indicating which animal in particular is being hunted. And then we've got a few bug fixes. We've got prevented nuggets from being dropped on top of the Sarlacc hole and being stuck midair. Optimized clouds in order to provide better performance. Unobtainium extractor on the other planet will continue extracting resources despite resources being completely depleted. And then building icons and clouds jitter issue. Error that was breaking the game during sitting on Power Quest. Sitting on Power Quest always selected the candidate with a green coloured background. Missing localization for the cattle farm. And blowing up the nuclear power plant during certain circumstances caused an error that was breaking the game. So that's all been sorted. And then finally, we're extremely excited to be on the final stretch to 1.0. This patch is the last one before that. We might release some hotfix patches here and there in order to improve the overall stability of the game. But the entire team will concentrate on finalizing and polishing the Universe Sim in order to provide everyone a great experience upon the full release of the game. With the push to 1.0, you can expect new unique planets, challenges to colonize them, an involved story that will open to a different view on the creator, new buildings, tutorials and events. That is beautiful. So it's all coming together now. Hopefully it's not very far away. You can be assured that we're going to be smashing through this on our channel. We have lots of content on the Universe Sim, but clearly as it gets closer to full release, there's going to be differences to tips and stuff that I've discussed. So we are going to revisit all of that straight from the beginning, how to use God powers, best way to increase population, all of that stuff. We're going to look at it all over again with fresh eyes. It's going to be brilliant. Anyway, take care guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Bye.